I want to show you something real quick that's part of the ChatGPT. If you have the, I think it's the Pro account, it's $20 a month. It's not much for the extra capabilities you get. I'm going to show you today how to come down here, click on the plus sign. If you have that, once again, you have to have the Pro account, and then come to Agent. You want to do Agent Mode. This thing is amazing how it works. And then I'm going to describe a task. I have created, I had a candidate who sent me, let me see if I can show this to you so you can see what they sent. They sent me this list of companies that have these positions, and this person is a physician who would like to work for these companies. So this is 3 of the companies they sent me, and this particular candidate said, hey, can you find out who the hiring manager is, who the talent acquisition person is, and get their email addresses and email them and see if they're interested in my background. I said, sure. So in the past, this would have been a big, long process and taken me a lot of time. So what I've done is I went into agent mode and then I pasted this in there. So all I did was just right click here, paste that, and then now I'm going to tell it what I want to do. So I'm going to give it very good instructions, and then we can watch it go to work. Okay, so what I did is I can't type, so I just hit this dictate, and I basically told it what I was looking to do. So I gave it very instructions based on saying, hey, go through all these job descriptions that I gave you, these, and find out who they would report to, who these people would report to. You know, if you could deduce that from these titles, so this might be, Director of Medical Affairs or whatever, and find the person's name, give me their first name, last name, and their email address. And if you can't find their exact email address, just deduce what it is from the domain and the normal pattern of their email addresses. So that was the assignment that I gave it, and so now I'm just going to hit, and there again I just talked that in. So it took me 2 minutes to do. So far this has been maybe 3 minutes of my personal time, and now I'm just going to hit this arrow, and then you can start seeing it where it's thinking, and then you'll see the agent go to work here in a minute. And so you could use this for a lot of things. If you're in sales and you're prospecting and you want to find the names of CEOs or VPs at certain companies, then you could use this. So you can see it's going through. It shows you what it's doing, right? So now it's looking for the chief medical officer, just telling you what it's doing, and it's looking for Beckman Coulter email format. And it tells you exactly what it's doing, and it's researching a bunch of different sources to get the information. So it found this site that gives, I suppose, Beckman Coulter email formats and email addresses, and so it's gathering all this information. And I won't let this run the whole time. Otherwise, sometimes these things take 30 minutes. It might do 30 minutes of research, and I don't have to do anything. It's just it's working on my behalf. So this is definitely worth $20. You can do this even for personal things. Like if you're remodeling your house and you want to know about the latest induction stoves and cooktops or whatever, and do a comparison and look at all the reviews and rankings. It'll do all that for you. It's an amazing tool. Just want to make sure everybody was aware of it. So anyway, I'll come back and show you the results later. I'm just going to let this work a little bit, and I'll be back. I'll end the video after it gets the final results. Just a quick update. This agent has been working close to 5 minutes now, and this is another company that was one of the target companies, and you can see it's just going through, doing a bunch of research, finding information, and building. It's going to build a table with all the information. Just wanted to let you know it's still working, and you can see it's an incredible way to scan a lot of information. Okay, just a quick check-in. 5 minutes later, this is still, now it's doing the AstraZeneca thing. It tells you what it's doing, so you don't really have to do anything. Sometimes if it wants to connect with something, it'll ask you if it can, but you can see it's going to ZipRecruiter. It's trying to gather all this information I asked it to gather. Connect with something. Okay, this ran probably for about 15 minutes gathering this information. So here's our report. Hiring manager and talent acquisition contacts for the roles. Yeah, here's each company. Here's the hiring manager. And then I have to come down here and scroll over. But you can see it, it found the talent acquisition person and their likely email address. Let's see, what else? It also found, here the medical director right here. So it did everything I asked it to do, and it's amazing that this is just such a great tool. I highly recommend you using the agent mode in ChatGPT.